In this video, I'm going to destroy Brookhaven. But don't worry, there's a good reason for it. Because in this video, I'm going to create the Smurfs Brookhaven. I'm going to destroy many structures, build an entire forest within the city, and even create a Smurf village. And folks, I'm already here inside Roblox Studio. The first thing we're going to do is come here to the search tab and search for Smurf. And luckily for us, we already have the model we'll use in the most part of the things in this video, which is basically the SMURFHAVEN. But before we place any Smurfs here in our Brookhaven, first, we need to make it look more like a place where Smurfs would live. I'm going to remove from Brookhaven several technological things, such as the traffic lights, the helicopter at the Brookhaven police station, and even the signs will be deleted because it's not very common. What? And even the signs will be deleted because it's not very common to have signs in the middle of the forest. Oh, and I also have to delete the subways for obvious reasons. Okay, now that the technological part of Brookhaven has been deleted, I'm going to revamp these roads a bit. I'm going to select this road here and paint it brown. I'll do the same with the rest of the roads to make them all this color, okay? It looks much more like a rural road now. And now I can select this ground here and remove these stripes because it will look much more like dirt this way. This is quite easy to remove, and it's a bit time consuming, so go ahead and hit that like button to make it worthwhile. Now that we've removed all the stripes, it looks like Brookhaven is made of dirt roads. Look how cool that is. And to make it look more like a dirt road, I'm going to add a dirt texture to our ground. Look how awesome it turned out. And of course, I'll have to do this with all the roads in Brookhaven to make it look nicer. I don't know about you, but I find it very satisfying to apply this texture to the entire floor of Brookhaven. Okay, now that the roads are completely made of dirt, I can add more trees here to make it look more like a forest. Well, the tree I had chosen was this one because it's very realistic, but haha, Roblox Studio has been a bit glitchy these days. So, I'll use this tree here to create our Smurfs forest. And to do this, we'll need to duplicate this tree several times to really make a forest. Now these are all the trees I randomly created here in Brookhaven. I'll duplicate them, and I can drag them to make a bigger forest. This way, I can create a really nice forest because it will be completely random. So, we won't know exactly where each tree is. Now that I've added many trees here in Brookhaven, I'll randomly increase the size of some to make it look nicer and more natural, like a real forest. Okay, now that the center of Brookhaven is filled with these trees, I'll come out of Brookhaven and grab these trees that are already here and ready. I'll duplicate all of them and place them around our Brookhaven to make it even more beautiful and more like a forest. And voila! With this amount of trees, I think our Brookhaven already looks a lot like a forest. Now let's modify the Brookhaven lobby to make it look more like a Smurfs lobby. So, we're going to delete this fountain here, dry the floor of our lobby too, and now I'll place a big Smurf right in the middle to be like a statue. To make it look even more similar, I'll put a statue stand under them, but I need to increase its size quite a bit like this. Now we just need to fit it right under and place our Smurf on top like this. Now, I'll select all the vases and chairs in the lobby so we can delete them all at once. There you go, they've disappeared. It's different from how I usually do it. Actually, I'm going to paint all of this green to make it look more like grass. And I'll also use a grass texture because I want our lobby to resemble the Smurf meme as well. This lobby like this turned out extremely stylish, and I'll take advantage of having the grass tool already, and I'll modify the normal grass in Brookhaven because I find it very plastic-like, you know? Okay, to finish our lobby, I'm going to add some decorations. Basically, these decorations are mushrooms, similar to the hat of our SMURFHAVEN. And well, I'm going to put various types of mushrooms here in our lobby because it's like it's really from a forest. I'll even repeat them, but they'll be of different sizes, like mushrooms really are, and other types of plants. I'll put this mushroom here, and okay, it has a lot of eyes. I don't think that's normal. Okay, this one is a bit prettier. So, I'll duplicate it and put another slightly larger one here on this side. And okay, now that the SMURFHAVEN lobby is ready, I'm going to create a village in our Brookhaven for our Smurfs to live in. And the chosen location is this terrain here. To start, let's change the color of the ground here to green. I'll put a grass texture on the ground, and now I'll place several of these mushroom houses. Because for those of you who don't know, Smurfs are like little beings that live in the middle of the forests, and their houses are usually mushrooms like this. Among these houses, I'll also place some different mushrooms, like the ones I put in the Brookhaven lobby. I'll put this one here, which I found pretty, and I'll modify various types of different mushrooms so that we have a beautiful and diverse place here. And well, now that all these Smurf houses are ready, I'll put a wooden stump right here in in the middle to serve as a gathering place for the Smurfs. I'll just make it a little bigger like this. And now I'll put some more types of mushrooms here so that we have a diverse and more natural place. Okay, I think the Smurfs village looks pretty good, but I'll add an extra decoration here to make this place look more like Brookhaven. So, we take this arch here and reduce its size quite a bit like this. And I'll place it right at the entrance of our village. Increase its size quite a bit like this. And look how cool! This even looks like a miniature Brookhaven. And now that this village is perfect, we just need to put our Smurf here. Wait a minute, this Smurf here is different from the one we wanted to put. Ah, now that's it. This is the Smurf we wanted. Okay, now I'll reduce its size quite a bit, hoping it will be the size of a normal Smurf. I think even a little smaller to make it perfect. You know, at this size, they can easily fit into the mushroom houses. So, I'll place Papa Smurf here in the middle, and I'll spread the rest of our Smurfs around our city, including this regular Smurf. He'll stay here too, but he'll be alone because he's the only normal Smurf. Oh, and to make it clear that he's the leader of the Smurfs, I'll give him an old man's beard, because, in essence, he will literally be Papa Smurf. Okay, that beard fits much better than I expected, bro. So now, all we need to do is put the Smurfs villain, which is basically 𝐂𝐤𝐤. And yes, I know this one has nothing to do with the Smurfs villain, but he's the only old guy with a mean look that I found. Obviously, he's much bigger than a Smurf, so I'll increase his size quite a bit, and I'll place him here looking at Papa Smurf as if he's about to capture him. I think the only thing missing here is some bushes for the Smurfs to hide from 𝐂𝐤𝐤. So, I'll put several of them here scattered around our village. While I was placing the bushes in our village, I also added some flowers like these roses. These kinds of things to make this place more lively. And one thing I think will be cool is a little pond, but I'll have to reduce its size a bit. Reduce it like this. And I think we can place this pond right here in this spot. Okay, I think this little pond looks pretty nice, but I'll add one more because I think that one had too little water for a lot of Smurfs. There! Now they have plenty of water. I'll also put these purple crystals because they seem to be from a magical place. You know? Exactly where a Smurf would live. There are some super colorful crystals here too that I'll put right here in this spot. And I'll also place this crystal here because I found it very pretty. And okay, even after all these modifications, there's still one very important thing I need to change in our Brookhaven. And that's basically the sky. So, I'll put this sky because I think it's much prettier than the Brookhaven sky. Now, finally, we can enter SMURFHAVEN and see if all the changes we made are working correctly. Oh, and remember, if you like the maps I create, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos about maps created in Brookhaven. And okay, guys, as you can see, I'm already here inside SMURFHAVEN. And man, haha, something is going very wrong here. Bro, basically, all the trees I placed are falling. Dude, haha, I think it must be really windy here in our Brookhaven, right? Man, what a disaster. I put a lot of trees here, and they're all falling. Let's see if at least our village is intact. Okay, passing through here, I can already see that some mushrooms are kind of fallen. And man, apparently our village has been completely devastated. Dude, this is the first time one of the maps we create here is completely destroyed and unrecognizable. Papa SMurfCat is completely sad here. Look at the tears in his eyes. Bro, I can't believe everything was destroyed. Man, look at this. Haha, there are some survivors here, like these little Smurfs here. But dude, what? Look how cool this mushroom launches us up. Bro, haha, that's awesome. But dude, really, the entire Smurfs village was destroyed. There are few things left here. Few Smurfs survived. And for sure, it must have been the work of this fake 𝐂𝐤𝐤 here. He even went bald, so he's more dangerous than usual now. But now, for the lobby, you can see that at least here, everything is right as it should be. Bro, I know I placed few items, actually, but I think this lobby turned out really nice, and I think it's one of the coolest ones we've ever made. And our SMurfCat, who turned out really cool as a statue since we don't have another Smurf statue to put, right? And guys, unfortunately, this video here has ended, but there's another really cool video for you to watch on the screen. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed and liked the video. Until next time, bye!